Welcome, guys. We're on our 10th episode.
Yes.
There we go. We made it to the big old one. Oh, that means subscribe and give us $5 a piece. Well, welcome to Open Relationship Podcast, where we have an open and honest conversation about everything from A to Z as it pertains to the LGBTQ plus community and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney.
And I'm Devin.
Tay.
And I'm Solomon.
And we're going to start this good old thing. So let's start with Tay. Since she was missing last week. Yes. How was your week, beloved?
This week it's been cool. Had to get a bitch together today, but
Oh, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, she tried it. But other than that, so it's been pretty good. I'm ready for the weekend, child. I think I'm gonna actually turn up this weekend.
You say that now. We were supposed to turn up like 2 weekends ago.
I'll say, actually, we went out Friday. You wasn't here.
Oh, okay.
Devin, how was your week?
I had an amazing week and weekend. Y'all know I just got back in town because I went to see my family, went to the beach and all that. I got this amazing tan, so I went from like Beyonce, Lauren London to Pocahontas. So I'm feeling like amazing, feeling good. But it was really good. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, you know, in all seriousness, sometimes you really don't realize, like, how much you need to be around family more often and plug in until you actually go. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh, wow, like, yeah, I've been busy. Yeah, y'all have been busy, but it was worth it. So it's been good, and I'm here with y'all. This is our 10th episode. So I'm excited to be here. I can't wait to see what tonight's show is going to bring because, you know, it's always something. So
Always.
Oh, it's a lot of T in the TEA.
Exactly, in the ATL.
Yes. Now look at you.
Look.
You cough that way.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You always buzz.
How was your week?
My weekend
Solomon.
was actually amazing. We had our company took our employees out to Pensacola for the weekend, for the holiday weekend, to acknowledge them and reward them for a job well done. And we came back Monday, got plenty of rest, and here I am with y'all.
That sounds like a good time.
It was.
Very good.
It rained the majority of the time in Florida.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we still got some beach time in.
Right. That's
you got a tan?
As long as you get
Not so
time
much.
to get away.
Not so much.
Did you get a tan?
Yeah, I just told everybody. Were you not here?
Everywhere? Did you get one every?
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
You look a little stuck right there. You look
If
stuck.
I put my shirt down, you can kind of see where I had like a tank top. And it's looking
Kind of
good.
spread your wings a little bit, sis. You look a little tight. Well, you know, not to be Debbie Downer, my eldest brother was diagnosed with colon cancer stage 4. So I went home to see him and be around family. So it was really good to like just be with family.
Yeah.
And I said the reason I went home because I wanted to see my brother as he was before he started chemo, and I kind of knew it was gonna get bad. And what they are doing to him is going to get bad. So, pray for my brother. You know, if you're a Christian, I don't beat on the others' prayers. Christian only. Keeping it real. We don't do that.
One God. There's one God.
There you go. This is this household. I don't do Buddha, Muslim, whoever. We do Jesus Christ, Savior, Lord.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't do him, don't pray. It's okay. No shade. But yeah, you know, he's a fighter. We're gonna keep the hope and I'm not gonna cry today. I cried before I got here, so but you know, it's a lot, and you know, you think about your siblings, y'all get older, and you don't think about that happening so soon. Not saying I don't want him to go, but
Right.
like it's
What
shocking.
he's going through in general.
Yeah, you know, I want to be old and not like, oh, that bitch done died on me. Not at 30. But that's it. So we're going to, you know, it's okay. We're going to get this show started. So Devin, take it away, sweetie.
All right, so I'm going to try to clean this up just a little bit because I feel like I always get a little tongue-tied. But what we're going to do tonight, we're going to highlight our sponsor, Gallo Family Wine, and they blessed us with a sweet apple this time. I think they gave us 3 of them, 2 or 3, but this is the sweet apple one. We kind of like do a consensus of which one we want to taste first, or I'll just be like, I'm gonna be the Nene of the group, and I'm gonna decide which one we're gonna drink. But let's go and take a sip so we can see what you think.
Yes, taste Nene. It's good.
I feel like it's good. It tastes like one of those like sour green apple lollipops. That's what I would. That's
Just
what I
need to be
would
cold.
compare it to. Yeah.
This need to be chill.
Yeah.
Like a good chill
Okay, yeah.
with some steak
Ooh, I have some steak. I
and
went got
broccoli
steak for later.
or asparagus.
Ooh. All right. So next time we're just gonna eat and drink.
We will not have a show.
Right, exactly. But yeah, so this is really good. So we want to thank you, Gallo family. We really appreciate it. And we just love when y'all sponsor us, give us gifts, and just show us that you want to be a part of it and that you're happy for us. So again, we thank you. And I'm going to take another sip.
This is gonna be gone. Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
We have
Cheers to 10 episodes.
we have a little bit left.
Yes, cheers to episode 10.
10, yes,
Yes.
10, Lord.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't touch? Woo!
All right, so we need to move right along only because we have a really juicy letter today, and I can't wait to read it.
Okay.
So we're gonna cut the sponsorship short, but thank you, Gallo. Thank you so much.
Okay, girl.
All right, so today on Pillow Talk with Tay, we're going to talk about the backlash that Macy Gray is getting from making a comment that the trans community did not appreciate. She considers that to be a woman, you have to have breasts and a vagina. How do you guys feel about that comment?
Well, she didn't exactly say that.
But she did.
No, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
So can anybody tell us verbatim what she said?
Well, for what I interpreted, and I agree with her.
No, you can't interpret. You have to say verbatim.
No, I don't know verbatim what she said, but
So when she was interviewed, she was asked, "What is a woman?" And she said, "Someone with boobs." And then there was a pause, and then she said, "And a vagina."
And a vagina.
Oh.
but did you watch the whole?
Yeah.
Okay, I did too.
So now go into your interpretation.
So what I interpreted from this, you guys, I think it's an attack on women. I don't care what you say, how you want to put it. It is definitely an attack on women. Just be 100% clear. Without women, it would be nobody. Anyone would be here, okay?
Right.
Whether you're cis, trans, binary, there's so many of y'all out there. With none of y'all asses to be here. So, for one, I think it's room. I know it's room to celebrate both.
Mm-hmm.
However, a transgender woman would never have the full woman experience, and that is factual. You cannot go around that. I'm not saying y'all don't have the same thought process, the same things we're dealing with men and all this other stuff, but it's a slap in the face to say you are a woman. You cannot give life. You don't go through the things women go through. I have seen women go through things. It's very traumatic. And then Giselle Hope, what's her name? The transgender activist?
Oh, T.S. Madison.
No, her name is Giselle Hope.
Oh, Zahil Hope, yeah.
I don't like that bitch.
Oh, Jesus.
What did she do?
Well, let me say I don't like what she said. This one comment about it's women who can't even have kids and da 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 da. So does that make it? So that's the same
did see
sis,
that, yeah.
and that was not fucking cool. For one, it's very fucking selfish, and I don't give a damn talking to you, bitch.
So she was comparing a woman that can't have kids to a trans.
Yeah, so that's the same mystery. I said that, like, see, people be so ready to pop off and get the little kikis and kakais from the little gay ass folks over there
But-
that's ignorant.
Macy popped off a little too.
No, but Macy was not rude. From Macy's delivery and from Giselle Hope's delivery was two different deliveries. Giselle was mad and angry. Macy was just basically saying the facts. It's factual.
So my thing with it being factual, I'm gonna say that obviously biologically a woman is a definition that we would see in a science binder or something like that. You have to have these parts, whatever. However, if I have such a huge platform, I'm not gonna use my platform to say that as much as you want to be a woman, you'll never be one. Because it's not that serious for me to comment. It's not that serious because you like with her saying that, think about how many people she's offended because there are people that really feel like I got my surgery, I got this, that, I got this and the third, I'm a woman. We kiki and be like, oh girl, this and that, but we really don't, refer to each other as women. However, for people that do, and I have a big platform, I'm not going to make you feel bad because you think you're a woman. I just feel like use your platform for the good. You knew you were going to get backlash. You're asking for it. And I feel like this may be a little insensitive, but every subject is sensitive in the trans and gay community. Every subject, and it's like everybody cries over everything that is said. So
But
it's
we
like
talk
to
the most
avoid
shit about
that,
everybody.
we don't talk shit in a way that's gonna make people feel offended. We do not.
Yeah, we do.
When they come
Yeah,
to,
we do.
when
Are
they
you
come- When they come
serious?
to advice, I feel like yes, you might be like, no, bitch, don't do that. But we would never be like, oh,
You
you're not a
must-
woman. Fuck what you said. We don't do those things.
We must
Yeah, we
be
do.
on the same platform, sweetie.
Well, maybe refresh my memory, and then for the viewers that have not seen the other episodes, because what
Gay people are horrible to other people and to each other.
Oh, you're saying us as in gays against gays?
Yeah,
I thought y'all
and
meant
gays
on the
against
show.
heterosexuals too.
No, I thought y'all meant on the show we do that.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
That's why I'm like, name a time.
Oh, no,
I'm getting
no.
caught up in that. I get that. So, yeah, I get that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with
So-
that. But I'm just saying, if you have a big platform,
I don't know if Macy Gray's comment was meant to say that you're not a woman, you'll never be a woman. I I don't know if that is what was meant. But I can say this, every woman's experience is different. And so from Giselle's standpoint, was it Giselle Hope? I don't know if how it was interpreted was how it was meant. And
She
I
did what she
think
said.
I think it's from the standpoint that not all women have breasts. Not all women have
Children.
hold on, pause. I'm trying.
I want to be perfectly exactly. I want to be like Macy Gray.
Look, I don't want to be part of like we like our viewers.
We definitely do.
We don't want to offend it. We're going to be honest, but we wouldn't want to make anybody feel less than.
Right.
So let me not.
But you're not gonna make women feel less
So-
than either. Not on my watch.
No, and I'm not saying that.
You know that. No, nobody's watched. So
No.
we're not going to do that. We all have mothers.
So the question at hand is boobs and vagina, that will make you a woman?
No.
That was the question.
No. And so, but at the same time, not all women can bear children. Not all women
have boobs,
have
because
breasts.
cancer comes and or whatever else, and you have to get your breasts removed. So it's
Some
like-
women just don't have breasts. I mean, there are A cups and
So-
Well, they're
smaller than
still
A
breasts,
cups.
Technically, they're just.
I mean,
like
true,
small.
but still.
So what about from a woman's standpoint, Mo?
What's the question?
Does boobs and a vagina make you a woman?
No,
And that's coming from a woman.
no. That's my personal opinion, though.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women would agree, but it becomes so, oh, well, let's not forget the things that women have fought for and been
Right.
through. And it's like, we're not taking that away at all. I have a bunch of
And I think that's the
strong black women
problem.
in
They
my
think that you're
family.
taking away from
Exactly.
that. Right.
So again, as much as like we'll be like feminine, maybe whatever, I would never feel like that the women in my family or women that I know or have not like went through through things that made them stronger, and I would never take that away from them.
Right.
And I don't think that saying a trans woman is the same as a woman with boobs. I don't think that's taken away from women that were born with those parts.
But I will say this to your point, Rodney, and to which I will agree, which is like
very rare.
very rare. I
I can sit on an island by myself.
I agree that a cisgender woman has the one experience of being a woman. And a person who was not born as a cisgender woman has two different experiences. Or
Okay, that's fair.
could potentially have, and let me say this, could potentially have two different experiences because they've navigated the world in two different spaces.
That's a good.
I'm gonna let everybody go before I say my piece. So I'm just trying to wait.
No, we know you sticking to yours. So, but
So I don't like cisgender. I think that's rude as fuck. Because one thing I do not agree with is trying to dim light on somebody from one thing to shine light on the other.
but how are you doing that? though?
So
How
when
are
you say cisgender, when they're trying to remove the feminine symbol on pads, women are literally being erased. Like, and if y'all don't believe it, that's fine. But the facts are there.
I see what you're saying.
So
I see what you're saying.
when it comes to Roe versus Wade, it's a lot of things they're doing to women to erase women. So I am not going to say that like women does not matter. It does. And what Hope Giselle said was very sensitive as fuck. You cannot say, oh, it's women who can't have children. Oh, it's like that's not your place to say that. You don't know. You would never know how that fucking feels to a woman.
I agree.
You are a transgender woman, and that's okay. I still consider you straight when you want to go with a heterosexual male. I'm with y'all, but I don't like the fact that a lot of our community, especially transgender, like to downplay women, and I'm not with that. It's enough room for everyone.
If there's enough room for everyone, then why do you think Macy Gray needs to say you are not a woman unless A, B, C, and D?
Let me say this.
Even though the what's her name, Giselle Hope,
Mm-hmm.
even though what she said was ignorant as hell and tacky as hell and insensitive as hell, but the same way that she took to say this is my defense when it comes to whatever, Macy did the same thing, but in a cleaner way, and it was still insensitive because you have a lot of people that I want to be referred as her. I want to be referred as her.
But Macy went through a whole thing of what made a woman, bearing children, all that stuff. So I'm not taking an isolated event to. I watched the whole entire interview.
But if she's going through all those to describe what a woman is,
that's true to me.
Do those things, then she's taking it to say, I'm shining light on this and dimming on you because, oh, you have vagina. You could have a baby. You were born with boobs. So I'm shining.
That's the truth. You don't know what it feel like to have cramps. You don't know what it feel like to have periods and you hurting and you bleeding. You gotta get all this stuff. You don't know what that is. So I would never say I feel like it's asinine for any transgender male or female to say. I would be mad if a trans man say you got the same goddamn experience. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. Now, if you want to be trans man, I'm here with you, bro. I'm going to watch with you. I'll celebrate you. But you're not going to tell me you understand what the fuck I go through. And the same thing, a transgender woman is not going to tell a woman you understand what the fuck I go through. Period. I'm standing on it. I don't give a damn who don't like it. Again, I accept everyone. And if you don't know me, that's not my fault. But if you know me, you know what I mean. I love everybody. Enough room for everyone to eat. But what I don't like and I do not agree with, even coming from my gay community, is always we're erasing things. I don't like that. Now we got instead of saying women, we got to say cisgender, why?
So my question is, when people say, oh, why are you getting your nails done? Why are you wearing your shorts that short? So we're doing things as guys, as men, that women only used to do, primarily that we knew of historically, but we're
that's
not
clothing.
Them,
that's clothing. I don't. There's two different things, sweetie.
Not erasing them. Don't call me sweetie. How are we not erasing them?
I can call you sweetie. Don't be getting all mad.
I'm not.
Okay, you know what? Go on to the next one. Not girls getting their sweet. Not people getting their feelings.
No,
it's a conversation. I mean, it's opinion.
I don't call any of y'all sweetie, so we're not gonna say that.
I have said sweetie plenty of times on this channel. Rewind the tape.
I wish we could. We have a lot of things to rewind and show because I just told y'all we need to rewind. But anyway.
Devin. Can I call you Devin?
Sure, Rodney.
Okay. So, Devin, what I'm saying is, Devin, you getting your nails done, wearing makeup, wearing heels, doing whatever you want to do to make you comfortable with your body, that is an outer appearance. You're not trying to identify as a woman. So for me, that's not the same, in my opinion.
I'm not, because I don't wear heels and stuff like that, but some people are. The way that
but you're speaking on you.
No, but you're saying that we're erasing things because we're taking like the symbols off the pads and we're doing all this. So I'm saying you're saying that women are only being erased primarily in that way. But my thing is, what happens when men are doing the same things that only women used to do? How is that not them being erased? Or how could people look at it?
That's not because a gay man does not want to be a woman. Period. A transgender woman identifies as a woman, and they have a right to identify as a woman. Again, I'm not taking away to that. Yes, she did not say that.
No, you just said that.
She said transgender women are a transgender woman. That's what she said, and I stand by that.
Well, I'm just glad that everybody stands by what they feel like.
And you should. It is.
Solomon, go on. Do your thing.
You forgot you left out one.
Yeah, we go. We took a little much too time on this one.
Okay. That girl, they said the girls are fighting.
Okay,
the girls are fighting.
Let's get to the menage.
The girl's like, oh my God, they gonna swing on a bitch. All right, Solomon.
Shit. So
Good content.
so for today's Menage a Trois, the theme is make it last forever. So what characteristics are necessary for a strong relationship? What do y'all think?
Um,
Well, number one, being able to have healthy arguments.
there you go.
We did good.
We did good. It's okay.
We did good.
I still love that. It's all love. It's a part of the show. We said open play for open conversation.
And this isn't the first time. Well, this is the first time on camera.
That's not true. That's not true. The last show, y'all had a little tiff towards the end, and I was...
Was it?
Y'all two always have a tip, though. Y'all very strong-minded people, strong-headed. So
We are.
y'all
And that's what it
always-
And I
is.
think with us, we gotta say it.
Yeah.
Versus y'all two, it's like, okay, if that's what you think.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you know why?
Yeah, I'm gonna just be like,
I'm not going to argue with people who don't make me come.
I can take that philosophy.
I need to put that on status. I'm not arguing. Any of you bitches don't make me motherfucker come.
I.e., the homegirl from earlier.
But we'll get to that.
Say her name in the group chat. Remember, he sent us a screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
bitch.
what are your thoughts? What are some... Tay, sorry.
He had to get that out.
I had to.
Charge you.
So, Tay was ready for that one. So, what characteristics are necessary for a strong relationship?
Say, why don't you start?
Yeah. Since you've been absent.
And he's in a healthy relationship.
And he's in a healthy
Oh,
relationship.
yeah, Candy.
So I guess for me, it's definitely just being able to communicate, being able to express yourself. Like, definitely, what I learned in this relationship is that I had to be able to get things out, because previous relationship, like, I used to get beat on, used to yell, like, so I couldn't express myself, like, even if I wasn't even trying to be like rude or disrespectful or something, like, sometimes it would always be like, it would come off offensive. So I had got to a point where I was so feared to say what I felt, because I didn't know if I was going to get hit or, whatever the case may be. So I feel like in this relationship, I'm able to be vocal about any and everything. No matter how I feel, how it may make him feel, I'm able to speak on it, you know what I'm saying? And whether he agrees or not, we may have a little, disagreement or whatever, but it's never to the point where, we're about to fight or anything like that. He's a very understanding person. So I think for this relationship, that was very important, because I actually went into the relationship telling him that, like, for me, I need to be able to say how I feel, and you not be like about to jump all in my face because I'm expressing to you how I'm just telling you how I feel. I need you to know how I feel, so you know how to handle me, how you know how to receive what I'm saying. So for me, I think that's very, very, very important. Also, honesty. Like, you want your partner to be honest with you. Like, I feel like keeping secrets, like, when they come out, it just make it worse. I just rather you be honest with me. If you did something, just be honest with me and let me decide what I'm gonna do with what you tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, in my case, like, you know what I'm saying, you honest, you do something 9 times out of 10, yes, it's gonna be some bad consequence, because I'm the type of person, it's very hard for me to forgive and move on. Like, I just be ready to let go. Like, honestly, because I feel like if you do it once, you're gonna do it again.
Don't keep hurting me.
So let me just save myself from that. I'm just gonna end it. You already showed me who you are, so that's just that. That's just me personally. So with that being said, like, I definitely feel like honesty is definitely important. And another one, friendship. Like, because at the end of the day, your friendship, like, it's what makes the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have someone that you are so comfortable with, like, you don't feel like there's nothing you can't tell them, like, you that comfortable with them, like, even the things that you're ashamed of, you can tell them. Like, I think that's, like, one of the most beautiful things, like, in the world to have, like, because a lot of people have so many flaws, so insecurities that they don't want to talk about. But when you have somebody you can talk about it with and not feel judged,
And want to let them in.
Like it feels so, like it really feels so good, like to have that. Yeah, I'm about to tear up because I swear I am good. Like, because
You got a good man.
Yeah, like no, because it really does. Like it really does feel good to have that. Like that. Like I say, my safety net. That's my safety net or whatever. Because I know that no matter what it is, whatever the situation is, what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, what changes my body to having, like it's not gonna change how he feel. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like the friendship that we have, that we built, and like I said, remember, we were friends before we really started dating. So we already had a friendship. So once we got together, it just grew from there. And like, that's why I say this is the best relationship I've ever had. Like, and it's going to be the last relationship I ever had. But for me, I just think that, for me, that's the most important thing. Definitely the communication and the honesty and the friendship, like for me.
Well, damn, he done summed it all up.
Right, exactly. On the spotlight, child.
I know.
But you did bring up a point that I want to come back to in a little bit. So, Devin, what do you think?
I would just say a lot of what you said, but just to sum it all up, just what love looks like for me is what needs to be in my relationship. So my love language is you just showing me that like you're like the most beautiful person in the world, and not to be on like cocky, but you know, like when somebody expresses that much love and like for you, and like you're like the apple of my eye, like that's amazing, you know. And I feel like if we already feel that way and have that strong love for each other and with each other, then it makes dealing with things and conquering things that much easier because of our love, healthy love. Because I've been in a toxic love too. So it's like I've had both sides of it, but just ultimately showing my love. And I feel like I tell people all the time, like when it comes to like having kids and like being married, having a family, I feel like I have so much love to give. Like I really feel like I'm like this big ass like cute ball of love, you know? So I want to give that to people. Like I want to be like, show you I got you. Like I'll think about you. I'll be there for you. And I just want the same things in return.
Nice.
Mm.
You ready?
Now, just find him.
There you go. Look,
He's out there.
I think for me the biggest factor will be faith. Where's your faith? Because you know things will get rocky, and you know, can you communicate effectively? Can we have a disagreement and not break up because we disagree with each other? Because I am that petty bitch. Yes, I am.
I just don't want to deal with it anymore.
I'm just. It's sad. God working on me. And also how you are with your money, how financial, how you handle your finance, because that's a lot. When you are both spending money and some shit happened and y'all like,
And considering the future together.
yeah. Sex matters. Do you have good sex? Because when I'm stressed out and I'm mad at the world, can you calm me down?
Yes.
Can you get that attitude adjusted?
There you
Exactly.
Let me see what else I'm thinking about. And also honesty. What Tay said, like, do not lie to me. I'd rather cry with the truth than beat your ass over a lie.
Okay.
Cause I'm just being honest. Because it's so stupid. If you love me and you want to build me, see a future, why are you lying to me over a hoe you just mad?
Yeah.
A one night stander?
Right.
That hoe get more respect than me? You know what I'm
Make a
saying?
point.
Like, are you serious? So, like, that matters. So, like, don't lie to me. And also, you know, be a good Samaritan. I don't want no shiesty person.
Yeah.
When you always getting over somebody, this or that, I don't trust that. So I date somebody like that who was always trying to get over one over someone.
Was this the scammer or this was somebody else?
No, I never dated the
He never did
scammer.
the scammer.
I never did.
No, we had the scammer. That wasn't a dig. We had the scammer conversation.
No, but I never said I
Oh,
dated
you said
him.
you met. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sweetie. But yeah, but that's it. And everything what Tay said, like a friendship is very important because like if I don't like you,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna love you every day.
Okay.
I need to like your ass.
It makes it that much better, like to be like legit besties. But
Yes.
fucking,
Right.
Not that I fucked any of my besties. I know people that have, but
But ideally, your partner would be your bestie.
Yeah.
And for me, y'all remember episode 1, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in love with my life." I have always been attracted to creatives, people who had their own thing. And so what is important for me, and I think what helps make a relationship strong, is like I'm in love with my life and I love all the things that I do. And I want to share that with somebody. I want to introduce that person to these things. Like I want to invite them into my world. Yeah. And like I love the spark that someone has when their creativity just ignites. And then you just look at them and like, ooh, yo. Like that shit is just so sexy. And then it's just like, and then when they're like, "Hey, babe, come look at this," and then you're not really interested, but then you go over there and then you become interested, and you're just like,
Because they're excited,
they're excited,
Right.
and then you're just like, "Oh, I'm in their world now."
Right.
Like that is important. I think that makes relationships strong because it's not like we're constantly doing the same thing all the time. Like I have my thing, you have your thing. We have our own lives, but we are sharing our lives together.
Yeah, and I think
Yes.
that so many
That
times-
matters.
Yes.
Don't make your life my life.
I agree.
Ain't
Have a
that
life outside of me.
Exactly. Let's intertwine a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, have your own thing going on. But I think a lot of times people don't really say, "Let me get excited and step into each other's worlds." Like, oh,
That was
you may be
beautifully
the guy
said.
that's like, okay, you got your job, you're working. I got my job, I'm working. But it's like, in certain ways, you're becoming closer to the people that you're working with because y'all are in each other's world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, like let's intertwine a little bit.
And it's just like I'm sorry to cut you.
no.
off.
I'm sorry.
And it's just like the group chat we had earlier today. One of us had a rough day at work and messages went, and the rest of us like, this bitch.
Exactly. We had your back.
I know.
And not that it was that serious that we would need to interject, but we were like in support, like, oh no. So I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I'm having a rough day at work and I text Bang like, this motherfucker.
He did the same thing though. When I sent him the message, he was like, "This bitch got you fucked up."
Exactly.
Yes.
Because she really had you all the way.
Yes.
I like what you said. If my leadership, bitch, they ain't got no issue.
You tried it. You handled that really
You
well.
did good.
Right.
It was really tasteful and tactful. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Miss G tried it.
Baby, she tried it.
So piggybacking off of what Tay said earlier, so how do you recognize healthy after heartache?
Oh,
That's a good
that's gonna
one.
bring me back to the place I want to
I
go.
put my
But
head up.
we gotta go there because this is what we do.
Healthy after heartache. So, my first relationship was toxic as fuck. It was a lot of fighting, a lot of what Tay said, where he was like, I couldn't really voice my opinion without worrying about getting into it, and might have to fight a bitch and somebody I'm supposed to be loving and being with. Like, I can never up my life. You say you love me, but you hit me. Make it make sense.
Right.
So I was traumatized as fuck. I had a wall. I was mean. And I felt like if I was mean and you can get through my meanness, you weren't worthy of my love because I felt like you was a punk.
Okay.
And I wasn't used to somebody loving and caring and just genuinely wanting to see me happy because I dated someone who physically and literally drained my soul. All that, everything I've been through. So it's nice when somebody comes along and show you that it's different. It's a different thing out there because keep it real. When you with your first love, somebody you really cared about, you don't see a life after them. You like, well, damn, this is all I got. So let me deal with the punches, literally, and deal with the motherfucking punches. Yeah. So when you find someone who want to see your well-being, who's going to be with you through everything you go through sickness, through health, like, that's beautiful because a lot of people will leave when you are not able to do the things you do. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? If your partner was to not be paralyzed, will you still be there? Mm-hmm. That's a big question to ask. So if you say yes, that to me is the ultimate love. Like that person, y'all might not ever do a lot of things more because you love that individual so much. You are willing to sacrifice your happiness, what you need to be happy, to make him happy. And that's what I want.
All this talk about love.
Yeah.
Were you about to go next?
Yeah. So I definitely agree. I feel like, honestly, I'm going to just say this, like, coming out of a toxic relationship and trying to go into a healthy one, it is hard. When I say hard, because you're dealing with trust issues, you're dealing with communication issues, like, especially for me, like, I would say on my end, because I know me, like when I'm dating someone and you know, first thing going to my mind is what I've been through in the past. That's the first thing going to my mind. Like, and the minute that something might be said the wrong way or a red flag, you ready to dip because it takes you back. Yeah, it takes you back, and
You traumatized.
exactly. You're
Ooh, you better hit
traumatized.
me.
So I'm just like, okay, I have actually been there. Like in that, like seriously.
Are we about to fight?
Like,
Shit, I have to be ready like that. You lift your hand up. What you about to do?
you arguing back and forth, and you're getting each other face. I get so defensive, like because I'm expecting to get hit. So it's like you have to, like when you're in a situation like that, and you have someone who I guess I would say that understands what you've been through. You know that they're patient and that they're listening. Like listening is so important when you're dealing with someone who's been hurt so bad and has been traumatized. Like you have to actually listen to what they're telling you when they're telling you about your past. You're sitting here, y'all having dinner, and y'all talking about y'all past. Listen, because it's gonna come back around where you have to remember what they told you. Because if you don't,
so that you can handle them.
yes, because you react the wrong way, you're gonna push them
You
away.
Handle me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna push them away, so you have to make sure that you react the right way. So it's very important because a lot of people, like when they're on their dates and stuff, and they're like sitting down having dinner and talk, they're listening, but they're not listening. You know what I'm saying? You're just having a conversation, making sure that they see that you're engaged, but you're not listening to what they're saying. You need to listen to what someone is telling you because you do not
You know
know.
one thing everybody asks for? Communication. Girl, y'all can have a good ass dinner. You be texting up to that point, and it be like, cricket, cricket, cricket. Like, I just told this bitch.
Okay.
Communication.
Exactly.
And you was,
Some people feel like the way they could be communicating on a level 1 out of a scale from 1 to 10, and they'll still be like, "Oh, I'm the best communicator."
What?
Where did you communicate?
Bitch, where?
But I do have a quick question because you mentioned toxic. You mentioned toxic as far as the fighting and stuff like that. I've been in something like that. Not sure if you have, but
I have.
So
Well,
all
not
four of
physical.
us-
Not physical.
but still some type of. So all 4 of us. But then a lot of gay couples end up fighting. Like even like when you'll see like a big gay brawl at the club, and it's like, why? Like, do you guys feel like there's a point where it's very common for gay men to be fighting and
Well-
to be so high emotion to where it leads to a big ass? Because I do.
Before we answer that, I do want to put a disclaimer out there because we have been talking about domestic violence, we have been talking about violence, and we have been also laughing. But I also want to keep in mind that we are talking from our own experiences.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
And so we have been doing our own work to move through these experiences and move forward. So we do know that this isn't a laughing matter,
Right.
but
Yeah.
we are speaking from our personal experience.
Right, because we can laugh about our personal space. We
But
didn't.
in
We're
this
through it.
in this moment, I'm more so on a serious note of, do y'all think that that's a problem, or do y'all think it's not common or not a problem?
I would say that was the only relationship I ever been in where a man physically put his hands on me. Because when I went on other dates, I said, if you ever touch me, I don't care if you push, jack me up, I'm leaving you. So I guess because I set that tone, like, that's a note, like, you can cuss me out, call me all kind of names, I don't give a fuck, but don't touch me. And I ain't never had an issue again, so I'm going to say no. I feel like it's what you allow. It's really what you allow, honestly.
Okay. Y'all agree?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I think it's what you allow, but at the same time, I think there's history in it. And so you have individuals who grew up in abuse.
Yeah.
And they take that into all of their relationships or some of their relationships, whoever they think that they are able to abuse. And so some people only know love to be abused.
Right.
And so I think it's layered.
Yeah, I would agree. That's a good way to put it later. For
We
sure.
got to answer the questions about, I'm pretty sure
The
people want to
healing.
hear.
With the
Yeah.
healing after heartache.
Yeah.
Oh.
Healing after heartache for me just feels different. I think going through what I went through was a life-changing experience just because of the good parts and the bad parts. Because the good parts were great. I wanted to be loved the way that I deserved to be loved, and I was. But the bad parts were lessons that I learned about myself and that person, not just that person or those people, So just feeling different, like knowing that, like you said, I'm setting a standard to say this is what we gonna do. Not that I'm gonna hold like all my past to the forefront so that I can make sure that we get all these red flags out in the beginning. However, I'm just going into it differently with a different mindset, and just like realizing what's healthy and what's not, and making sure that we don't fall in love without making sure everything's healthy.
That's a good one.
For me, I think the hardest part for me was loyalty after the fact. And so I think, well, not that I think, but I know. So I know that after the relationship ended, and like I ended it, but I still had feelings. I still had an attachment. And even moving forward, like I couldn't get this person out of me. And pause.
I'm about to say this guy emotionally. You beat me to it.
I knew that was going. So mentally, emotionally, like I couldn't get this person out of me, and this person, like I carried this person with me for years, and like I still think about this person, and so even going into future relationships, and so this person, I found out that they cheated on me, and so when I talked before about me cheating on other people, like I did the same thing that this person did to me. And so like not only like I took that whole spirit into future relationships, and it's like I couldn't give myself 100% to someone else because I still had a piece of someone over here.
Oh God! Wow.
And so how
On date, bitch, talk to their exes.
so how do I recognize healthy after heartache? For me, the healthy part is recognizing that I'm no longer here. And then also being anchored where I am, like I am in a much healthier position now, like in all of my wellness. I'm in a much healthier position where I am now. And I also have to consider like there are certain things that I want. And wherever I point my yes, that has to be it. And so I know for me, there was a lot of no's. And my focus was on the no's. But because the focus was on the no's, that's where I kept pointing.
Right.
Damn, that's what I'm fucking up at.
That's deep. Exactly.
When I ask
So I
you
need to go for
questions
the yeses.
and you be like, I do this. Okay. Let me get my mercy and go.
But what got you to that point?
Yeah, how do you get to that point?
Like I'm letting go of where I no longer am, because you're saying you carry that person. I feel like that's common because you once loved somebody. So regardless of whatever's going on, sometimes no matter how bad they fucked you over, you want to make sure that you're just naturally wondering if they're okay. So how did you get to the point of realizing or accepting the fact that I'm not here? Let me start pointing to the yeses. How did you just forget about that person?
Because I stopped wondering if they were okay and focusing on me being okay.
Oh, okay.
Like that had to be my focus.
Okay.
And so like right now, like, like at first I was hot and now I got chills. So like right now, like every aspect of my life, my friend group, my family, like everything is okay. And so I don't have to introduce trauma back into my life.
Oh. Because we be welcoming trauma.
We
sure do.
Then go back for the sex and knowing you don't should be. I'm just speaking.
Of trauma.
Yeah, knowing you should be going back like, but goddamn, he showed.
That piece was.
And the part for
Lord.
me, like even after the cheating, there was a part where I still said yes. And so I had to forgive myself for that.
Right.
But I will say this: I will forgive cheating one time. This is my personal opinion.
From the text messages that I saw, it was not one time.
No, I will one time. Moving forward, like if I get a man and we really are there, like just think about it. If I got my whole life with you, like literally like 401k money tied involved, I'm not gonna let this one bitch take all this shit away that I worked hard for, whore. What we gonna do? As long as you don't love them, if it's no love there for that person, it was literally just a nut and go, I will be mad. I'll get over it. We'll go to counseling, but I'll forgive it. But now, if you fell in love with that person, I won't forgive that.
Yeah, I would have to be in a situation. I always said that if somebody cheated on me, then I would never forgive them. Like, it'd be done no matter how much invested we are, married, how many kids, I would be done. Until I did cheat. And I felt like it wasn't like a double standard to be like, oh, because I did it, now I should be forgiving. But just the space that I was in when I did it and how I felt about that person, like, I was devastated that I did that to them. So it's like it just makes me look at it differently now that if it did, God forbid, did happen to me,
No.
I might be forgiven.
I'm true to
That's
myself.
because you cheated.
I'm true to myself. I can't do it. And like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love my fiance in my heart, but if he cheats,
I said that too.
and he knows that because I made that clear. I'm so sorry. I'm so serious.
No,
I
I'm
can't
not
do
trying to
it.
change. I just have a question. So you're telling me someone who you truly love and that truly has your back through everything.
And you said that's your best friend.
Your best
And your
friend.
safety net.
And your safety net. And y'all, just say like y'all communication wasn't there. Like say like he been asking for something and you had not been providing that. Like, that's what I'm talking about for cheating. I'm not talking about bitch who I'm doing everything you ask me to do and you just go out there and cheat, then that's a hell no. But if you've been asking me for something and I have not been providing you what you needed and I know I've been ignoring it, like I'm just being whatever mean, I can't expect you not because this is what you need.
Yeah.
Again, you cannot fall in love with the bitch.
This is what you need because you got right. That
Yeah.
Right, this is what you need. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I know they've been neglecting you in that way, we've been verbally talking about it over and over again, and I'm like, well, damn, I could be mad at this nigga, but he did say he ain't spent enough time with me.
Or that we haven't had sex in 5 months.
Yeah, so like, what you expect a nigga to do? So I'm not trying to tell you to allow your men to cheat, but just be more open minded.
He said no.
The answer is no.
So it's a no. For
It's
me,
a
too.
no. Like, it's just
for
a no.
me.
If I'm your best friend, you cannot hurt me. Like, no matter what the situation is. I'm
But what's
sorry.
so weird to me? We all are Christians, right?
Yeah.
Have we all? Well,
I'm about to say,
for
well,
the ones who are Christian, let me speak to y'all. We are Christians. Have we let God down?
We have, but you're not going to put that the same way.
No, I'm being for real. I'm being for real. If we love Jesus and we believe and we confess to God be our Lord and Savior, we have a set God. That's why He's a forgiving, loving God, because He forgives us for everything we do. So who am I? If God can forgive me for my sins and for my faults, because I know I'm not perfect, I can forgive a person too.
I'm not saying that. What I'm gonna
I
say,
have forgiveness in my heart, but
I have like I have forgiveness in my heart, but would I be able to move on to a relationship? No, because the trust is broken.
I feel like again,
When you walk out that door, my mind's gonna get to one thing automatically.
like, are you doing it again? But think
Yes.
about, like, again, I said I don't know because again, I was when the role was reversed, so I can't say yes I would stay or no I would leave. But just thinking about, to your point, the intimacy and safety of everything. I told you I don't even want nobody to see my man's dick, and then went and slept
And
with
gave it to somebody, yeah.
Like, so just to your point, but again, I don't know what I would do until I was, God forbid.
I just can't put myself.
For me,
through
it's
that.
a no.
Yeah, I can't put myself through that.
For
I
me,
just
it's a no
can't.
because I've lived that life.
Right.
And so now my yes is, and I've seen some beautiful love. I've seen some beautiful love where they only have eyes for this one person. And I've seen it even what you were talking about when, this is the person who's going to be there when you are sick. And so even if I can't give you what you need because I am incapacitated or I'm sick, like you're not going out anywhere else because you are saying yes to me. And so like if my pointer is pointing to you as a yes, this like I want that kind of love where you see that person and then you just light up. Like this person moves you. This person excites you.
The butterfly.
Not the butterflies, because that's trauma.
Is it?
It is.
Goddamn. I give
That's
everybody. I'm like, ooh.
So research shows that when you get butterflies, that's your gut instinct is letting you know that you're triggered.
Like bubble guts?
No, that's not butterflies. Now,
That's the shit.
it's like a feeling in your stomach.
That's the shit.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's a happy feeling, right,
No,
Tay?
it's
The
a
only butterfly,
nervousness.
I would thought that like it is a nervousness.
It's a
Yeah,
nervousness.
it
And
is a
so if
nervousness.
you are nervous and anxious around somebody that excites you, that's not excitement. That's
Really?
you're being triggered. And so
Well, teach me something.
so that's what research suggests. But I like
They
when
got
you-
songs telling me you give me butterfly.
right. And
Them
you-
hoes been triggered.
And so when you meet someone who makes you feel calm, who makes you feel like you're anchored, and who makes you feel safe, like that's the person you should be attracted to. Like that's the best friend.
That's the best friend.
That's the person who you can confide in. That's the person who's your diary. That's the person who you can pour all of your stuff
So if
into.
somebody gives me butterflies, go the other way.
No, sleep with them.
And they go the other way.
Go the other way.
So let me just say before we move on, I want to say there's no judgment to anyone who decides to stay because I mean some people feel
yeah,
like if
exactly.
you feel like it's worth staying, then stay. Like there's no judgment at all. Like again, just for me, it's a no.
and again, like we say, this is an open. Let me read it verbatim so the girls can understand what I'm about to say. Because the girls be like, "How y'all know?" Again,
Remind you, right?
oh no, it's the impact and healing. I need that one. Anybody got their phone?
What? No.
Damn it. Okay. Well, it's a open and honest conversation about everything from A to Z as it pertains to the LGBTQ plus community and beyond. And so we're not going to shame you for being honest. Again, so don't apologize for being honest.
Oh yeah, but if you like I said, there's no judgment. But I mean, I may think you a dumbass bitch, but that's just my personal opinion.
No matter what,
I mean, again, honest. I'm not mad at it.
well, no matter what we say, it's never judgment. This is our truths and how we feel.
That part.
But I think we do a good job of giving every
Yeah.
side of the perspective or spectrum.
That's what I like. I mean, that's what everybody literally loves about us. Like, some people might agree with what we said earlier about the transgender. They might agree with you,
Yeah.
and some might agree with me.
Right.
And some hoes might want to cancel me, but I'm still gonna be here.
And you're
But
not gonna get canceled.
exactly. So, but that's the thing. People need to be able to debate and have these conversations, and it be okay.
Right.
Exactly, I agree.
But I do want to answer the last one. I think this is so sweet. How do you know when you are ready for forever?
Oh.
Tay, I'll let you go first since you proposed. He proposed to me.
You're ready for forever. I think for me, like it's just when you feel like you just can't be without that person. Like when you just feel like when you're away from them, you feel lost. Like when I'm away from my fiance, I feel lost. Like we could be, and we literally text all day while he's at work and everything. But it's just like not having his presence there. I don't know. It's like an empty space. Like
Like you want your baby.
yeah, like I just like oh my god. Like when we like away from each other. Like if I go out of town and he's home, child, I'm ready to lose my mind. Like because it's just like when you have someone that you don't get tired of being around. Like oh my god, that feels so good because like. You decided to be with this person, marry this person, live with this person. You have to want to be around them. Like, if you don't want to be around them, or like if you get tired, like, oh, child, let me stay gone a little bit longer because I don't want us to be bothered or whatever the case may be. Like, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? But when you can be okay,
You're not there yet.
but if you can be okay with being around that person any time of the day, doesn't matter. When they walk through the door, you just like, oh, he's home. Like, cause I'm like, every day my man leaves where he come home, I always feel like, make sure he makes it back home safe to me. Cause child, anything happens to that man, I'm going to lose it. Y'all are literally have to take care of me because I'm going to lose it. Like,
Girl,
for real.
walking up to the casket. Sit up, sis.
Okay, I'm going to lose
minute,
it.
hold on.
Like,
What
no,
is
I'm
this
just saying,
wood?
like, seriously, I'm going to lose it.
Oh,
Knock on wood.
yeah. I don't want nothing to happen to him.
No, but for real, I'm just
Yeah.
saying. That's my best friend. That's my other half. Like I consider that my other half. Like
I guess for me, what really like made me cry, I remember I was 16 years old and my grandparents been married for like, at that point, like 50 years. And my grandfather,
a tear?
yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness.
And my grandfather brother was dying. And so he went to Chicago to see him. And I remember my granny just like feeling lost. You know what I mean? And just feeling like, damn, he really been gone for 2 weeks. You know, like she used to this man, she been for every day, she been gone. And when he walked through that door, the love they expressed to each other, I can't describe that. Like it was so beautiful to see, to have someone who love you so much that they be gone just for something. And like my grandma literally felt each other's arm and just kissed for like 5 minutes. And it just took me away. Then when my grandfather died, my grandmother was strong, but I could tell she felt like she lost her best friend. So it would be beautiful to feel like, you're going to have your issues. Nothing is perfect. But to have someone who truly loves you for you and go be there, this unconditional love. And and when you have that, fight for that. So like, don't give up. Like, if you have that out there, be appreciative of that. Like, I might talk shit, talk about what I'm doing. It's lonely. I'd rather have someone who I can truly depend on.
Unconditionally.
I'm sorry.
No,
don't try to let it
don't
out.
apologize.
Let it out.
And so for me, I have a similar experience when I was in grade school. My mother was in college, and I went to school with her one day, and it was this large auditorium. And there was this man sitting down at the front of the class, and he was just, reading, doing his work or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, his energy just shifted, and he just stopped. And like, this is before like cell phones were as compact as they are. And he just stopped, and then he just turned around. And the next thing you know, the door opens, and this woman comes walking down, and like, he had this space ready for her. And I was like, we get in the car, and I'm like, Mom, they messing around? She said, child, they married. And I was like, and I was,
Your ass being
and I was like, what was that? And she was like, that's love. And I was like, oh.
And for that to be her response, like, I think for her to say that's love, I feel like that's amazing.
It was amazing because like his entire demeanor, and he knew she was there before she would enter the room.
Right.
And that was amazing. But to answer the question, like, how do you know when you are ready for forever? Like, I don't think you are ready until you have it.
Amen.
Yep.
And so, how you do one thing is how you do all things. And so, like, people who are hustling and they're trying to get those millions, like, you are constantly grinding until you get it. And so you are constantly positioning yourself to be ready, to be ready, to be ready.
Right.
And I think if you do it maybe appropriately, maybe, I don't know, I don't like to say right or wrong, but like, if you're dating and you're going from one dating situation to the next dating situation, hopefully you're finding the next link in what you're looking for.
Right.
Amen. This child going backwards will fuck you up.
I agree.
So what?
I'm just gonna say
Going backwards will fuck you up.
like, I'm ready for forever as far as like ready to be in a relationship. Married. That's what I'm ready for. But I honestly don't know when I'll know that I'm ready because there's been times with male and female that I thought I was ready. Because I thought we loved each other so much, and I thought, okay, because we're conquering like all these bad things that we're going through, we're getting over it. That means we're forever. We're locked in. We can get through anything. And it's like that's not really the case necessarily.
Right.
So it's like for me, I know what I want, ultimately what my end goal is, but I honestly don't know when I will know because I thought that before. So I don't really know everything is going to look completely different with my person that is forever because that person wasn't forever and we thought we were. So
That's a good point, Devin.
Really good
That's a
point.
good
so that's just mine. And it does bother me a little bit because it's like you want to know, like you want to just know, but I feel like I just won't until it happens and we're good. I
And
guess.
maybe you could just be satisfied with knowing that you're positioning yourself for it.
Yeah, but I'm
No.
not.
You're not positioning yourself for
I'm
it?
positioning myself, but I'm not satisfied with that.
No.
And
Because
sometimes
I'm
you
like,
have to change the characteristic in guys. I'm speaking from experience.
Do you think I need to change the
Is every guy you meet is ending the same way, you like a certain trait.
But that doesn't happen. It just is like I still have not found that person that I feel like, oh, like want to see you every day. Because it's like you're great. Things are great. I'm great. But no, like we're just not.
Yes, I'm
Not every day.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta move on, 'cause I'm telling us. We gotta move on.
Okay.
So this is a super long letter. I'm gonna try to get in teacher mode and go through this really quickly.
Put the mic up a little closer just in case.
What'd you say?
The mic. It's
Where
a
you mic?
lot far away.
All right, so just scroll me up just a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so this person already knew it was going to be a long ass letter, so they said, "Hey y'all, so I'll try to sum it up as quick as possible. I met this guy back in 2014 while my son's father was in jail. For a while, we were just kicking it, going out to eat, hanging out here and there. So eventually we kind of got together. My kid's father gets out of jail and obviously didn't have closure from me. So he was randomly popping up. He was hanging around my neighborhood, but he eventually got the picture. So moving forward, me and the new guy are really doing good, or so I thought. He would show red flags like turn his phone off at night until the morning. At one point, he ended up doing weekends, so he was in jail for the weekend. And I turned his phone on one weekend only to find hundreds of texts from his ex saying things like, your son this, your son that, you don't care about us, this and that. The ex was pregnant that nobody knew about. His excuse was, your baby's dad kept coming around, so I decided, to tough it out, although my feelings... So the person says, I decided to tough it out, although my feelings had changed drastically. So keep in mind, the guy is saying that he only got somebody else pregnant because this girl's baby's father was still coming around, like, kind of in the picture. So fast forward 4 years, we have our ups and downs, but nothing tragic like the previous situation. So I'm noticing he's coming home from work, showering, putting clothes on, all the specs. I think that means specifics. So one time I jokingly said, okay, somebody got a little girlfriend. Of course, he kind of shrugged it off. As if I don't know the man that I've been with for the past 3 years. Come to find out, he was fucking with a bitch from his raggedy ass job. Girl, he has a raggedy job too. So I got confirmation, not once but twice, from a family member, and then randomly from a friend. So I immediately told him to pack up him, his kids, his dogs, oh God, and whatever else, and go this way. You don't have to keep anything in the dark. Now you can bring this bitch to the light. A month or so goes by. My dumb ass is still seeing him because at this point, he's her problem, not mine. I guess she followed him one day, found him at my house. So I see her. She's like, oh, you got your baby mom out here. You're doing this, blah, blah. Long story short, he claims to want to leave her and misses me the whole nine, all of that. Of course, my feelings are literally barely there anymore because it's been so long and you didn't have not one kid but two on me. I hate to point out all the bad aside. I hear you, Rodney. I hear you. I hate to point out all the bad because aside from those things, he's worked. Excuse me. And these men nowadays don't really want to do that. IDK guys, what do you think? He always says things like, I'm messed up now, would you marry me? But him and the girl still live together and I don't pay him much mind.
Wait,
so
what?
overall, him and the girl still live together, not the one that wrote the letter, but
Okay.
him and the girl that he's moved on with live together.
So why do we have a letter?
Because I'm about to get to that. Y'all are not letting me. So the question is, should I leave him alone entirely or move on or entertain his shit until I find the real thing? So her thing is, to sum it up, he's doing him, but he's saying, I want to be with you. You're saying you moved on, but you're at my house every day. That's the first thing it looks like she's saying. So then her question is to us, do I leave him alone entirely? Do I get what I want out of the deal? Or do I just entertain it until I get somebody?
My question still stands, but whatever Rodney says, I agree.
I'm lost. So why was it needed for her kid's father in this letter? That to me served no purpose. I thought you were gonna say I missed my baby probably got jail. That was needless the case. So this makes sure you correct me if I'm wrong.
It looks like she's saying
She met this new guy while he was locked
but
down.
she's kind of giving the new guy an excuse to do something
because she has
felt like
someone.
her baby daddy was still coming around.
So wait, so new guy made a baby on her because
Two.
he made two on her because he said
The first one he said, and then
the
second.
baby father was coming around,
Right.
so he made a baby, and she stayed. Now, why was the second baby made? That was with the coworker.
The raggedy ass job. That's what it says.
Bitch, girl, sis, why are you writing? Girl, I don't cry my good tears and come to this foolery. This is a mess. I know it's everywhere. I truly feel like you are making excuses for a man. And sister, you love yourself, and I'm not trying to be funny, but do you really love who you are? And I'm not trying to be funny. Like, you obviously cannot love yourself if you are settling, knowing that this man is in another bitch house, fucking her, giving her money. He's fucking you.
And kids.
Don't know if he's fucking you raw. We don't know that.
I never said they were still fucking, but they might be.
But they might be, because she wrote this long ass so they fucking.
And I feel like you know, but
You know.
With as long as this letter was, they were probably fucking.
Yeah, they fucking. So since you a fool, my honest opinion is to let that shit go. He made 2 babies on you.
Yeah.
And for nowhere to you say you cheated with your baby father, unless you did and you let that first baby slide. We don't know that. That's your truth to bear. But if you did not cheat with your baby daddy and this man made a baby on you, and then again, why are you there?
I'm gonna say that even though I said if you cheat on me, blah blah blah, I don't know what I would do. But for me, all of this is the babies. Like it's the babies for me. You had a baby with.
Did she wait? Hold on. Does she have kids by him?
I don't know.
Let's scroll back up.
I don't think she
said anything about she.
No,
had
she
kids.
didn't.
Because she said she had the babies that.
Girl,
Yeah,
you kid free, bitch. F and F.
She had at least one. 'Cause she said
Fuck
my
nigga
baby's
free.
But I just couldn't do that. Like even one of my exes got with the female after we broke up, and they had a baby, and I still felt like you had a baby on me. Like, no, you technically didn't, but you did.
Was y'all broken up?
Yes, you saw the baby.
But
on
he
me.
didn't have a baby
Yes,
on
you saw the
you.
baby on me. So imagine us being together if you had a baby on me. So that's what I'm saying.
That's the difference.
It's the babies for me. It's the babies. For
Look,
me.
your expectation is a reflection of your self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said that, scroll up. She said,
I'm sorry, lady.
men nowadays, what is it? What'd she say?
Because
Men
he has a job. He works.
don't really want to work. Well,
What
no.
I said. I'm here.
She did say
You
that.
there, you there.
Okay, okay.
It's over there. So men nowadays don't really want to work. However, you're picking a man who got a raggedy ass job. And so maybe your picker is malfunctioning.
But what kills me, Solomon, is the fact you try to diss this man's job, but you stay with him with this raggedy ass job.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
It's giving fed up, and it's giving for
It's
me.
giving up, boss bitch.
It's giving fed up, and it's giving. I've done all of this and put up with all of this, so how could you do me like this?
but I'm not
That's
getting
what
fed
it
up. I'm not getting fed up
Because she's asking us to say, if you fed up, you're gonna say you're not gonna say.
I'm not saying that I agree and that this is reasonable.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, to me, the letter is giving. I'm fed up, and I put up with all this. So how do you end up like this?
But-
to me, that's what the letter is
But
giving.
I'm
That's all
saying, like, I don't think the letter is giving I'm fed up.
what do you think it's giving? I want.
It's
more.
giving. She still want that nigga.
Maybe the dick is big.
So let me just say this, because I'm making sure it's simple. Like, if you feel like you don't deserve better and you comfortable with being number 2, then child, do you. But don't complain about it because you know what it is.
So
You better sum that up in less than 20 words. Second place, girl. That's a good one. You're second place.
Okay?
So we're moving on. It's
Moving
like-
on.
That's our end all be all advice.
Yes,
Moving
sweet.
on.
Like our realness. Like I might move on. I don't know how many kids you got before your other baby daddy. That really don't matter. Like you don't got the kids by this fuck nigga, so that's good.
I don't have any advice. Do you, girl?
I got advice. It
Girl,
was 2 kids for me.
Move
That's
the
it.
fuck
Move on.
Love is love
on.
and it's tough, so it's easier said. Everything's easier said than done. But at the same time, it's to y'all.
I can imagine nobody having kids on me.
That's what I'm saying.
That is
like,
That's-
that's
that-
hurtful.
That is
like, because
that means you
it's a constant
purposely
reminder.
left your nut in her.
Yep.
did not.
You purposely fuck this bitch
You never nutted
and nutted in her.
left it or somebody left
And
it.
you mean to get
There
this
is no
bitch
accidentally leaving.
pregnant.
Shit. You feel that shit.
You said you probably said I'm about to give you my baby. So bitch, you and that raggedy ass child can go the fuck on.
No, we can't put the kids in.
Fuck them kids.
The baby's
You
mom,
fucked up.
she's
You
raggedy.
fucked up my marriage. You fucked up. Fuck you and them kids. Respectfully.
Why the baby's mom got to be raggedy? She got her man.
Because we can't put it on the kids, we gotta put it on somebody besides the man too. But we gotta put it on the baby's mom.
Fuck you and them kids.
Oh God.
Okay, so when I said I agree with Rodney on whatever you got to say, I don't agree. But
It's okay.
Ronnie, I agree. Fuck them kids.
Shit. You tell them you know, nutty in a bitch.
when I kiss,
And I'm supposed to be hoo ha ha. Talking about, hey, step baby. Bitch, get your ragged ass out my. Where your mammy at, ho?
Before we close out, if somebody said "fuck y'all's kids," what would y'all say?
If I cheated, it's okay.
In situations,
What? Oh no, I don't care.
he
what
lied.
I do.
He lied. He
You know
lied.
damn well
Your ass
somebody look at your kids
lied.
wrong. It's a wrap. So
FTK.
what's fuck?
All right.
he burped. Okay, stop.
Hopefully we can edit that out. Cause I would have. You should have did one of my moves.
It just came out.
Cause I'd be like,
And he finished his whole glass.
I'm buzzed.
good.
On another
He's
level.
not a drinker. I feel like
Proud of you.
our what do they call it? Your tolerance. I think ours is higher than Tate.
Yes, definitely.
Tate did a good job.
Yes. But let me, before you say that, again, guys, thank you for the 10th episode. Y'all probably going to be crying, laughing, and angry. But that's the purpose, and I'm proud of it.
Okay.
So we love you here. Keep growing and learning with us. Subscribe. Keep watching. Y'all guys doing amazing. We love you all. We see that we are growing because of you. We thank you for that.
All right, so I'm gonna take it away.
And thank you for your comments on YouTube. They're absolutely amazing. I did see my the person who said I'm there.
I seen you reply.
I did. Because y'all was like, jump into the DM. No, I'll just reply.
Right.
So thank you all for coming and joining the four of us as we swallow hard topics and spit out difference of opinions.
Cheers to 1,000 more episodes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Openers.
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 I was laughing about that.